Hello viewers, welcome to my channel All Things Spiritual. Today we'll discuss the topic about gurus and how to identify if a guru is fake or not. Let's come to the definition of a guru first. A guru is one who is a teacher, master, and an expert in a certain field. And since this is a spiritual channel, we would talk about spiritual gurus, and the meaning of a guru contains two syllables: guru meaning darkness and ru meaning the one who dispels it. In essence, the guru casts light on you so that the truth is visible to you. Just like a rope may be mistaken for a snake in the dark and it can be identified correctly in the light, so by the guidance of the guru, you can identify the rope and not be mistaking it for a snake. Dr. Georg Feuerstein, in his book The Deeper Dimension of Yoga, Theory and Practice, wrote about the Guru, and he says, by their very nature, swim against the stream of conventional values and pursuits. They are not interested in acquiring and accumulating material wealth or in competing in the marketplace or in pleasing egos. They are not even about morality. Typically, their message is of a radical nature, asking that we live consciously, inspect our motives, transcend our egos and passions, overcome our intellectual blindness, live peacefully with fellow humans, and finally, realize the deepest core of human nature, the spirit. For those wishing to devote their time and energy to the pursuit of conventional life, this kind of message is revolutionary, subversive, and profoundly disturbing. What did Dr. George Feuerstein exactly mean by this? He meant that the Guru, having identified the real truth of life and unlike us, has really no ambition in worldly pursuits. His main mission is to liberate individuals who he sees fit to progress under his guidance. So he may use all means and tricks under his belt and sometimes even lash at his disciples in order to get them on the right track. The guru-disciple relationship would be a battleground at the start until the disciple has learnt important lessons imparted by his or her guru, and once the disciple is prepared and the guru knows that the disciple is on the right path to liberation, the guru and his disciple enjoy a loving bond. The disciple then can be rest assured that he would now attain liberation, at least having fewer lives than the rest of the general population. An incident in relation to this comes to my mind. When Sri Ramakrishna went to Totapuri Maharaj at Dakshineshwar, Totapuri Maharaj asked him to withdraw his mind from all objects of the relative world, including the gods and goddesses, and to concentrate on the Absolute. But the task was not easy even for Sri Ramakrishna. He found it impossible to take his mind beyond Kali, the Divine Mother of the universe. After the initiation, Sri Ramakrishna once said, describing the event, Maharaj began to teach me the various conclusions of Advait Vedanta and asked me to withdraw my mind completely of all objects and dive deep into the Atman. But in spite of all my attempts, I could not altogether cross the realm of name and form and bring my mind to the unconditioned state. I had no difficulty in taking my mind from all objects of the world, but the radiant and too familiar figure of the blissful mother, the embodiment of the essence of pure consciousness, appeared before me as a living reality. Her bewitching smile prevented me from passing into the great beyond. Again and again I tried, but she stood in my way every time. In despair, I said to Maharaj, it's hopeless. I cannot raise my mind to the unconditioned state and come face to face with Atman. He grew excited and sharply said, what? You can't do it, but you have to. He cast his eyes around, finding a piece of glass, and took it up and struck it between my eyebrows. Concentrate the mind on this point, he thundered. Then, with stern determination, I again started to meditate. As soon as the gracious form of Divine Mother appeared before me, I used my discrimination as a sword and with it clawed her in two. The last barrier then fell. My spirit at once soared beyond the relative plane and I lost myself in samadhi. So you see how important it is to find a real guru who could help you get across from a point that may be blocking your progress. It is definitely important to find the right guru or else leave alone the path to liberation. You may end up in further bondage that you may not be able to get out of. So what are the tips of finding and identifying a real spiritual master? The way it happened to me was that I wasn't even thinking of a guru and my guru showed up. Or rather, it was a chance meeting with my guru. So, if you are in search of a guru, I would suggest not keeping the end goal in mind and meet a spiritual master and spend time with him to find out whether they have a commercial aspect to them or not. It is considered a huge sin to collect money in the name of spiritual teaching, so any commercial transactions between you and your guru would be considered definitely as a red flag. A question would then come to your mind as to how the guru disciple congregation would support itself if a guru needs to have a following. The answer to that is only the guru knows. He knows the truth and also the well being of his disciples. So the things work themselves out on their own, which is really amazing to witness in my opinion. The Guru, through his sight, would impart you knowledge day by day, and after a few years, you would see a radical change in yourself that you would wonder, where's that grumpy and whiny person gone who used to occupy this body? It would be an eye-opening revelation, and wouldn't matter at times when you are with him or away, as once you have met him, he makes this connection like a strong link of a chain so that the bond remains unbroken for lifetimes until you have been liberated. So, to get to the nitty gritties of things, a guru would live like the most ordinary person but would do extraordinary things which would blow your mind away. I wouldn't say he would perform miracles, but if push comes to shove, he would give his 200% and would not ask anything from you in return, which is very unlike any human you would have ever seen or experienced and would operate in totally different dimensions compared to what humans are used to operate on. So, if by chance you meet a learned mystic, try to learn more about him and find out if there are any controversies or contradictions as I explained earlier. Those steps would be able to help you out in your quest to finding a true spiritual master. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please do comment about any questions that you may have regarding the video and also let me know if you have met a learned master in your life and how your experience has been. Please also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for updates on daily content. Thank you.